Weekend confirmed.
Ignition. Liftoff. Liftoff.
How's it going, everybody? Jeff Mattas here from Weekend Confirmed with a question from the audience. This one comes from Improbable J. He says, what is your take on video gaming presented in television? For the numerous noble attempts in showing the medium in a positive light, it always feels like the audience is never enough to keep the programming alive for long enough, hence how little of these programming hence how little of this programming we see these days. Do you see ways of improvement and change? Well, there's video gaming on TV. You've sort of got a bunch of different ways that it's presented. Generally, if it's in like a plot point in a hour-long drama or a sitcom or something, it's usually handled incredibly poorly, to the extent that you kind of wonder if the guys writing the show even know what a video game is. See YouTube for tons of hilarious examples of video game mentions on TV. And then you've got other things where like video game centric, almost like a game show format. I mean, we haven't really seen something like that in the States since I was a little kid, and they had a show on called Starcade. I don't know if you guys remember that, but that was like a competitive video game playing show for prizes and stuff. Obviously, in other countries like South Korea, StarCraft is massively huge, and they televise competitive events. So, in the United States, I think there's it's going to be a little while before we see, gaming sort of indoctrinated into the mainstream of culture, so that it can be, presented on TV in more, appropriate ways or more meaningful ways, or less than just a scene in a show where it's like, oh, this is the stereotypical video gaming geek guy that we're putting on. So, yeah, I really think, it all hinges on video games growing a little bit as a medium, and expanding into more mature subject matters and things like that. And once it's part of society as a whole, a little bit more, and viewed less and less as a niche sort of activity, you'll see more realistic incorporations into the television media.